Okay, well, we're going to start a new one here. This is an HO. This is a custom piece for a customer. He wants a double crossover with a way to get out to a yard ladder. So this might be interesting, but this is kind of what I come up with. We're going with number 10s, and then this one's going to be a 6 that leads out to a yard way out in the distance. And it's HO. It's going to be with code 100 rail. So this is going to be an experience here. Stay tuned. We'll start off with this on a flat surface. And we'll get some glue on the paper. I can start laying out my PC ties, I guess. Figure out where I'm going to start. Well, I started laying these out. I don't like the way it's looking, so I think I'm going to peel them up and start over. Yeah. There are some long ties, though, to be getting all the way across there. Yeah, I just don't like the way they look. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and put the second brake in that for electrical brake. Very simple to do. Just use your triangle file. Oops, didn't quite get it centered, but as long as it's got an electrical brake, that's all it needs. Get it laid back in there correctly. All right. Keep that so we can keep it sliding underneath there. That'll work out nice. So I guess I'll take and lay out some different ones, different way. See if I can get a pattern in there that works better to hold everything down. Printed off a second half of the crossover. I don't know about you, but this is screwing with my eyes. I can't see where a track goes as where. So this piece that piece of rail right there is one piece up into that point. Yep, there's one piece there, and then that'll go over to the other half that's like this. Well, I need this one here is going to go from that point right there and it will come up into the center. Okay. It'll come up into that center. But then you need this one that's pointed right here. It's coming from a big long rail that goes all the way down here to your point. Alright, so this other rail over here, that looks to be going to this one that goes to the guardrail. Yep. That's the one that comes up here to the guardrail. This other one that comes up here into this point here, that's the one that comes down and continues on over here. All right. So that appears that this frog is coming down here out of this great big long rail. Oh, broke the tip of my pencil. Alright, well, there's enough there to tell me what's going on. Yeah, because you go in and you start cutting and filing and filing and cutting, and let's see, I think this was, that was supposed to be that rail there. Well, yeah, it's right for that. But then it's got to come up, it's supposed to come back this way. It's not the one that comes to the, it's not going to that point of the orange right there. So there's a wing rail. We'll save that for a wing rail. So that might be a good little trick to do to figure out what you're cutting. We'll see if that works. Alright, so they were trying to get the angles of the frogs when the only tool I have is a Fast Trax, oops, upside down. I keep forgetting I fixed that. Well, how did I do that? I guess that's right side up. It's a point form tool, number 5 for 70 and 100 code rail. Well, that's not going to get me that precise angle right there for the frog. But It does get me close enough that I can get in there and hand file the angle and tweak it down until it does fit. So you don't have to have a point form or all the tools for the exact every angle that you need, although them do help. I guess I should have started off with the end of that rail square. I can see right there I didn't start off with a square. So in that case, you take your nipper and you come back just a little bit. Nip it off. No, let's get a little better meat on it. Take and nip that off. Okay, that gets it closer back to what I'm wanting. Still leaves me enough that I could go in and hand file and tweak. But I'm going to need to be that far up in there. Let's change it around. We're building the red one here. I want to go at least that far up in there. I'll go at least up. Come on, let's get on there. I'll go at least that far to the point. There's where my rail needs to be bent. There's where it needs a bend. And right here is where we need to cut it off. So I'm going to go up here and catch that third one where we're going to cut it off. I'm going to make it a little long so that gives me plenty of room to adjust for a little mistake maybe. Rail out. Right. It is a square end, so I'm going to go get the belt sander and square that. That just makes that so much easier to square. Okay, so let's see, we're doing red. So come up in here. You find that first mark right there. Let's take our triangle and grind in our relief. These little Chinese diamond blade files, they're pretty good. They don't last a whole lot long, but they're pretty good when they are sharp. Okay, so let's give this a bend. Ooh, just about did it on the first shot. Okay, there's a bend. And my mark's a little bit forward. Oh, back up there. Back up there. Come on. Yeah, I'm just talking good about the file, and now it's jumping around not doing anything. Alright, right there's where I want it. Get a good bite up in there. When these get short, I can't hang on to them with my fingers. So that's another thing that these tools come in handy for. Get up there, get it to your bend mark, and you can do a straight bend. It's not all kinked and all out of plumb. Looks like I went just a bit far. Excuse my head, but I need to get in here to see that. That looks like it's sitting on there like it's supposed to be. Okay. It is a touch long, but I need to adjust the end of this a bit. Ooh, I stuck it down to my template. That ain't good. Okay. Let's get in here. And I need to file my angle longer to get that deeper. Okay, so that should come in right there. That about looks like that's right where it should be. All right. So then what I need to do is I need to make this great big long one that comes down here to that point. So I'll get that set up and get to working on getting a piece of rail that I can make that out of. And we'll try that. And we'll get the two together and see if we can make a frog out of it and have it all sitting with my angles. Doesn't have to be right on, but I want to get it close to hand file that frog angle.